In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Foundation Starter Collection, which is actually a really interesting product, and we haven't seen something like this in quite some time, but I think it's pretty good value for new and old players alike. So let's jump into the video. Alright, everybody, thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys taking the time to watch these videos, and as I mentioned in the intro, we are going to be talking today about the Foundation's Starter Collection. The reason I'm sort of wanting to talk about this a little bit is because people have been asking on some of the videos, like, where can I find this card or that card, or what's the difference? So I thought it might be good to do a little bit of a product breakdown here. So we're going to look at what the actual starter collection contains, and I'm going to try to find an actual price point as well, because I don't know if there's any MSRP for this specifically. And then we'll talk about some of the cards that are actually in the gallery itself as well. So the Foundation Starter Collection, this is the first time they've done something for in quite a while, as far as I'm aware, for this. But the description here: perfect for players who've learned the basics and are looking to venture into the realm of deck building. Starter Collection contains everything you need to begin collecting the world's premier trading card game. So it's pretty cool product design. I do like it. It's cool to see Giada back in general. I really like that card. This product itself comes with 387 Magic the Gathering cards, 26 of which are traditional foil. I don't know if those are random or not, and I'll explain why I'm not sure about that in a minute when we get into the actual card gallery, but it also comes with 3 Magic the Gathering Foundations play boosters and 90 basic lands, 10 of which are full art basics. So the full art basics from this set look amazing, and a lot of them feature planeswalkers or other iconic characters in the art, so those are really nice. It's pretty good. I wish, when they're charging more for a product, it'd be nice if they gave you more than just 10, but I won't be too picky on it. I think it's cool that they're giving it there. It also includes tokens, reference cards, a booklet on how to build a deck, and a click wheel, which I love these things. I wish these were more readily available in general, because this is a pretty cool product you can use to kind of keep stuff going the way you want it to go, and an easier way to track life if you don't have a phone or anything of that nature. Starter Collection contains over 350 cards from Foundations for you to play with. Those cards will be legal and standard until at least 2029, and you'll be able to hone your strategy for years to come. And then additionally, there are 3 cards from Foundations that will help you build a commander deck: Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, and Command Tower, that will have the FDC set code and symbol. So basically, just to clarify that those cards are not going to be legal and standard, which is obvious, but all pretty good cards, all staples for commander decks in 99.9% of time, so good to see it there. You can find all the cards in the Starter Collection here, sorted by color, so we're going to take a look at that here and kind of talk about some of the reprints and what's going on there, as well as online retailers like Amazon. Now, let's see if I click on this, if it'll actually bring up the Foundations collection. So it does. So looking at this, it looks like it's going to be around $57.59 for the actual collection itself. And I'm getting an ad here that you can actually get it cheaper elsewhere, 43 and change. So obviously look around, shop around, but if I remember correctly, the going quote unquote MSRP for this product should be $49.99. I think $50 is what the sort of expected or maybe general price you'll see is. So this may be a little high from Amazon, but alas, we'll have to wait and see. We know MSRP is coming back for specific products, but obviously, I don't think that's the case for everything. We do see there, if you look a little bit further down here, you see the Magic the Gathering Foundations Beginner Box, which is a different product entirely. That is $39 or $31, I guess, $30.99. But it's a little different than this, obviously, because this is a much bigger product. So we'll use a $50 price point to kind of have an average of what this is likely going to cost. And yeah, so is this for, everyone? Probably not, right? Like, the 3 boosters are solid, and the cards that are included are pretty cool, especially if you're big into standard. One of the things that they're really doing with this product and with this Foundation set in general is making standard very, very appealing, I think, to a lot of people. I myself am super interested in getting into it. They're injecting a crazy amount of cards into standard and really upping its power level, which I think is a good thing, because one of the appeal for people about other formats is being able to play big, powerful cards, do crazy things. There have been times where standard is very slow and grindy to a point where it's not really enticing for people to get into. And with a set like Foundations that's going to be out for 5 years at least, if you're investing heavily in stuff for a standard deck from Foundations, at least you know that your investment will be good for quite some time. Now, the Starter Collection does have some exclusive cards. You'll see what I'm talking about here as we go through. So it does show you a nice breakdown. You can get these in Play Boosters, Collector Boosters, Starter Collection, or Beginner Box. But then you have cards over here like Angel of Vitality that is only in the Starter Collection. So it will be, if you have any print of it, it's legal in Standard, but it will only be available, the new version or new FDN code print will be available in the starter collection, and then obviously on Arena you can get it with wildcards. So I have this sorted to show only stuff in the starter collection itself. I don't know how many of these cards are new. I know there are some that are new. Like, for example, I believe Cat Collector is a new card, so pretty, decent card. We, talked about that in an earlier video. Angelic Destiny is a reprint, but as you go through and see, sort of what they're looking to do here in terms of getting things out, there are some things that are exclusive to the starter collection. I think Felidar Retreat is a great card. Battle for Zendikar was where this came out, so I'm glad that this is going to be back in the rotation. It's a really powerful card, and we're getting a lot of cat stuff, which I just think is kind of cool. So a lot of stuff here you're seeing exclusive to the standard collection. Lyra Dawnbringer, amazing card for angels and stuff, again exclusive to the standard collection. Being able to get these kind of guaranteed is definitely nice, especially as we start to see some of these cards having more of a presence in standard, and some of them do come traditional foil. I think there may be a bit of variance on it, so like Lyra seems like she can come either default or traditional foil, so I'm guessing that the 26 cards that come foil, you can get, different things. Savannah Lion, Stroke of Midnight, all, options here that can come traditional foil. Stroke of Midnight's a really good card. Zatalpa, the Primal Dawn, exclusive to the starter collection. See a lot of stuff going on here. There's Charter Course. This was just printed not that long ago, I believe, and now is being printed here again. But this kind of gives you a sense of what cards are actually in here, and everything you see is guaranteed to be in here. There's no like, variance to it with the actual cards or anything like that. If they're in here, you're getting them when you buy this product. So, Voracious Great Shark, kind of cool here. Demonic Pact is a pretty good card. Nice to see that one here as a guaranteed inclusion. Desecration Demon is all right. Exsanguinate's a pretty good card, especially in Commander, and the fact that this is now standard legal and guaranteed in here is obviously good. Looks like it will be in the collector boosters, play boosters as well. But it's always nice to have those additional options. Massacre Worm is a really strong card that I think is going to have a big for new players perhaps are not going to love playing against this card. It's just it can be a highly unpleasant card to play against. But it's harder to bring out than some. But standard is getting a lot of ramp now, too, so it's just something to be mindful of in terms of that. But, guaranteed in here, Midnight Reaper, going to be standard legal, pretty good. And I don't know off the top of my head everything that's new here. We've covered a lot of it. I know for sure some of the new cards are included. In here, Zombify's new. That's a decent Reanimator card. I mean, it costs 4, but, like, with the amount of cards in standard now that are seeing that level of play, it's definitely possible we get it here. A Braid is good. Dragon Master Outcast, pretty good card. Definitely an interesting one, standard legal. It might be a little too slow for the current day standard, but still, always been a decent value card, worth at least a couple bucks. Goblin Negotiation, that's a new card, that'll be in here. You got Harmless Offering is adorable, that's another one you're getting. Impact Tremors, like there's some pretty good staple cards in here that are just decent across multiple formats. I'm trying to go a little bit ahead of here. Now this Gigantosaurus, if I understand this correctly, I don't believe it's this variant. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that it's not this. I think this is a prize, like a standard championship promo or something. But there is a regular version of this guy that, you can get. He's always decent, I guess. If you like that kind of stuff. That's in the set. Obviously, Llanowar Elves is good, and just as I'm going a little over this, trying to give everybody time to see what's here, we get into stuff like Aurelia, amazing card, guaranteed to be in here. Boros Charm, great card, guaranteed to be in here. Both good value cards. Some new stuff like Fiendish Panda, which I like a lot, is just a silly card that can be pretty good revival and not terrible just in terms of its application. So I'm happy to see that they're making this diverse, giving access to a guaranteed amount of things. You get Basilisk Collar, Darksteel Colossus, a couple other decent cards. Gilded Lotus is in there. Ramos Dragon Engine is a really good card that doesn't have a ton of prints, and obviously another good guaranteed inclusion. Swiftfoot Boots, this is the first I'm seeing of this art. It looks like maybe this art will actually only come in this set. Could be wrong on that, though. I have it sorted to this collection, so perhaps beautiful artwork. Another nice alt for Swiftfoot Boots, finally, that is like a borderless alt treatment. And then we've got a few lands. Command Tower. Some of this stuff's not really all that crazy. But you get the basics that are here. Those look nice. Maze's End. Obviously a really popular card with the gate win condition, and all the gates are in here too, so maybe people can try and make that work if they have the ability to do so. We get the temple lands. Don't love these, but they're only available in the starter collection, so at least you're not going to pull these in you're not going to pull these in a booster pack like terrible value. But a lot of the stuff here kind of locked in the slot is good. I do think this I didn't notice that the Swiftfoot boost was here, so I'm gonna have to look into that one and see, because if the borderless one is guaranteed in here, that definitely increases a little bit of appeal for me. But it just kind of gives you a sense of what you're looking at here in terms of the guaranteed cards, and I'm sure there are probably some more that will be added to, like commons, uncommons, and everything. I didn't do a total add up of all the numbers, but with the lands and stuff, I mean, 387 cards plus 90 basic lands, and I assume those are separate, but I don't know, honestly. I assume you're not counting the lands as part of that, especially because they say over 350 cards from Foundations for you to play with, so we'll have to wait and see till people actually rip a few open. But that, in addition to the booster packs and the click wheel, I think this is pretty cool. It's a good product that I think will be, you know, useful to a lot of players, but specifically new players and or people that, you know, maybe want to use this as almost like a cube, you know, like maybe cube out of the box sort of thing, could work pretty well too. At $60, I'm not that interested. At $50, I mean, if you're a new player, I absolutely think it's worth it. If you're a returning player or somebody who just, you know, like me, has been playing for a while, it's definitely skippable, even though that wheel is cool. At, you know, anything under 40, it's probably a worthwhile pickup. You know, just a lot of different things you can do with it. And depending on how the standard format shakes up, and if the borderless variants are guaranteed to be in here, they do add a little bit of incentive to the product as a whole. So, yeah, that's what the starter collection is. It's basically not very random, with the exception of, you know, I think some foil variants and stuff, and the actual booster packs you get in there. But it is a good, solid product for new players, and I think that's a good thing. And I'm glad that they're doing something a little bit different with this set, which seems to just be, you know, hitting on all cylinders. So let me know what you guys think of Foundations in the comment section down below. Are you interested in the starter collection? Or if you are a new player who hasn't played before and perhaps stumbled upon this, are you interested in a product like this? Do you find it's inviting to help you get a little bit more into the game? I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.